Yes, sir. You can continue now, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good evening, my dear students.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kana. Okay. So you are all warm welcome to the another session of the biological classes. Today, what we are going to discuss about, biology in human welfare. Okay. What is meant by biology? The science that deals with study of plant as well as animal is a biology, isn't it? How it will be used for the human welfare aspect, otherwise called as beneficial aspect. That things we are going to discuss about in deeply and one by one. It is very, very important, this chapter. So many questions were raised by the NDA. Okay. And particularly tell us the NEET examination point of view. Before that, we must know there are so many basic terms also present in it. Okay. That things you must study, then it will enter into the, okay, then we will enter into the lesson. Okay. First of all, what is meant by adolescence? Just listen carefully. When I am telling, just you mark it, this one is very, very important. Just you should mark it. Okay. See here. The adolescence. What is meant by adolescence? The period of accelerated growth. What is meant by accelerated? That is nothing but the, what is that? A fast, very rapid growth is called as accelerations. When you are studying enzymology, the rate of reaction will be very accelerated in nature, like that. Okay, acceleration means very fast growth, extending between the childhood and adulthood is called as adolescence. That means the period of childhood and adulthood, that is called as adolescence. Okay. Why we are studying these things? Adolescence is nothing but that time what happened, it is also related to immunological, what is that? Process. Despite against many diseases, that time the immunity power will be very high in nature compared to the, which one, childhood and the old peoples. Okay. Then we will pass on to the next one is, what is allergen? Note it down. It is allergen, a non-self foreign substance. The foreign substance, it may be bacteria, virus, protozoa, algae, or whatever it may be, including inducing allergy. It may be anything like pollen dust, certain medicines, smoke, at cold also, it's also act as allergens. Okay. I ask you one question. Which immunoglobulin responsible for the allergens? Which immunoglobulins responsible for the? Yeah.
Sir, IgE, sir.
Very good. Very good. Exactly correct. The Ig was secreted by where? Immunoglobulin E was secreted by where?
Sir, mast cells, basophils.
Okay, good. Mast cell is the correct one, isn't it? What the substances? Which substances individual? Pardon?
Histamine.
Histamine, yes, correct only. Because when we are taking the non-allergic substances, which component is the antihistamine, isn't it? Okay. See that this is very, very important. What is the next one? Amoebiasis. These are all considered in alphabetic. That's why A like that, isn't it? Amoebiasis. Amoebiasis is nothing but the one of the What is that? This is caused by the Entamoeba histolytica. Note it down. This is very, very important. Already known one, isn't it? Amoebiasis. A dysentery, quick and repeated defections caused by secretion of protozoan like Entamoeba histolytica. Entamoeba histolytica is nothing but one of the protozoa. Okay, this is also very, very important. Sometimes they may ask the questions. Match the following: amoebiasis, Entamoeba histolytica. Okay, and typhoid, Salmonella typhi. That may be shuffled manner. Already you know a little bit what is how will you attend the match the following, isn't it? That thing is also very, very important. Entamoeba histolytica, amoebiasis, dysentery. Okay, what will be here? The dysentery is nothing but it is also affect which one, stomach. How it will be enter in your body? Through the way of food and water. That is very, very important. Okay. Analgesic. What is the meaning of analgesic? It is nothing but one of the chemical substance used for the painkiller. Okay, painkillers. Okay, what will be the mechanism here? Anybody else? How the painkiller activate in the particular place or whole body? How it will be? Any ideas, my dear students? How it will be act as a analgesic, otherwise called as painkiller? No.
Okay. Sir, don't know, sir.
Okay, I will explain in when we are studying the nerve system. Okay, that time I will explain. Just remind it this question also. Okay, remind me. Okay. Now, what about antigens? It's one of the protein substances produced by the which one, foreign substance which stimulate the production of antibiotics. When the foreign particle, it may be bacteria, virus, enter in your body, it produces some chemical substances, some protein substances. That substances is called as antigen. It produces antibody, which stimulate the production of antibodies. Okay. See, the next one is antibiotic. Otherwise called as, antibodies, not antibiotics. Antibodies made up of glycoprotein. Note it down, very, very important one. Antibodies is nothing but a glycoprotein. Otherwise, it is called as immunoglobulin. Already asked you. How many types of immunoglobulin already studied? How many types of immunoglobulin? There are 5 types. Okay, that things also I will tell you. IgA, IgG, IgM, IgD, IgE. Okay, just like that. Okay, antibody is nothing but one of the protein molecules. It fight against the antigen produced by B lymphocytes. That is one antibody produced by which one, B lymphocytes in blood counteract the toxin or antigen of pathogen. Counteract. Okay, against with the antigen, like that. You have to. The third one is called as antibiotics. The antibiotics nothing but the chemical substances derived from the microorganism and used for the which one, against the antigens. This is very, very important. These are all 3 things is very, very important. Antigen is a foreign particles, produce antibody. Antibody is a glycoprotein, that is nothing but the immunoglobulin. Okay, it gives an counteract against, fight against many diseases. Which one produced by the antigens, otherwise called as microorganism. Antibiotics nothing but the chemical substances derived from the microorganisms. Take in examples of COVID, Covishield, Pfizer. So many vaccination is there, isn't it? How they will produce, how they are produced, what the content present inside. Anybody else? Which component present inside? Vaccination is made up of what? Here they told which one, which one, organisms, isn't it? Microorganism. That means Covishield or Covaxin or whatever it may be. It contains what is that? Another than microorganism of virus, that particular pathogen product. That means body part, whether it may be DNA or RNA or the protein molecule. Take an examples of HIV, COVID. There is outermost layer. There is a what is a hook-like structure, needle-like structure that is made up of glycoprotein. Okay, and not only the glycoproteins, and also some of the phospholipids also present in it. That content is fortified or killed. Okay, and produce the vaccination. It is injected in your body. What has happened? Induce a immunological memory. Note it down. This is very, very important. Immunological memory. Okay. And the next one is here. The A is coming. Go to the next one. I'll come to the point. Antibiotics. Okay. See that chemical substance derived from the microorganism and used against other pathogenic microorganisms. Example: penicillin and streptomycin. Penicillin is one of the, what is one? Fungal antibiotic. Isolated from Penicillium notatum, Penicillium chrysogenum. These are the two fungals. Okay. And also streptomycin. Streptomycin is already told you. Which one of, suppose those who are not accept penicillin. Okay. The alternative form of streptomycin will be provided by the doctors. Streptomycin. It's also one of the vaccination. Otherwise called as antibiotics, isolated from one of the microorganisms that is called as streptococcus. Note it down. Streptococcus, streptomycin. Penicillin, penicillium, fungi or algae? Fungi, penicillium fungi. Okay, see, so here the streptomycin is the one of the microorganisms, streptococcus. So the beneficial aspect, it comes under this one, microorganism used for the human welfare. The heading is also implemented here. Okay. Then we pass on to the next one is B lymphocytes. B denoted as bone marrow. Okay, B lymphocytes. A type of A granular leukocytes is called as WBC. Leukocytes is nothing but the WBC, which is produced by where B lymphocytes. See here, the type of A granular leukocytes produced and mature in bone marrow and take part in the humoral immunity. Note it down. B lymphocytes production, where is it? Bone marrow. And what will be the important things? Humoral immunity by what is that? Producing antibiotics, antibodies. This is also very, very important one. Then only we can easily fight with the many diseases. Mostly when the foreign particle enter in your body, which one is go first? It is nothing but the Polish force. Okay, WBC act as a Polish force. First, it will attack first. Suppose if it is not possible, it will hand out to the which one? Other component. Okay, there are so many things. In natural killer cells also there, and also T cells also there. T helper cells, okay, like that. And the next one is pass on to the next one is cannabinoids. Cannabinoids. Okay, cannabinoids is nothing but the one of the chemical substances. Note it down, very, very important. That chemical substances derived from the resins, inflorescence, flower top, leaves of cannabis sativa, hemp. The cannabis sativa, okay, this is the plant, just like a small thing, small cannabis sativa, cannabinoids is one of the alkaloids isolated from the inflorescence or flower. Okay, and what is the use of it? Otherwise called as, this name is called as, see here, the ganja and karas and manjuna and has. These are the other name. Okay, Tamil name is this one. So mostly used for the which one? This is a, sometimes they were used for the mental retarded persons. This is used for the medicines sometimes. Okay, that things. Carcinogens, already you know what is mean carcinogens? Cancer causing agents. Okay, example: gamma rays, UV rays, cosmic radiations, and also soot, aniline dyes, and lead compounds. Lead compounds. These are all induced which one? Cancer. So note it down. This is very, very important. What are the carcinogenic agents? What are the carcinogenic agents? See here, the rays, sometimes the radiations due to three rays: gamma, ultraviolets, cosmic rays. These are the things. And aniline dyes also lead to the, which one you know? Lead to the cancer. These are the very, very important. These are all comes from the chemicals, okay, substances used for, induce the carcinogenic agents. It acts as a carcinogenic agent. Next one, cirrhosis, a liver disease. Cirrhosis is nothing but the liver disease due to the excessive storage of fat. When you are consuming non-veg continuously, take an example of Muslim peoples, and okay, they are taking non-veg daily or sometimes. Suppose you will not do any work, what will happen? The excess amount of fat deposited in where? Normally, but the body is the fat is deposited in your body. Which place, the fat? When you are consuming the fat,
So below the skin, sir.
that is there is a technical term is there. You have to tell us the technical.
Adipose tissue.
Very good. Adipose tissues. Adipose. Not only that adipose is not also a deposit somewhere else. Will you please another? Any other? Or is the Dhanalakshmi or in? Give me an answer. Any other then?
Don't know, sir.
You don't know. Okay. What about the belly? Okay, stomach and brain and kidney. And one more is that very, very, very dangerous one. About blood streams. It's a very, very one. These are the parts maximum fat is deposited. As a result, when the fat is deposited on the bloodstream, what will happen? It will lead to high pressure, HP, PP, blood pressure. Okay. So when you are consuming these type of food, fat containing food, you have to do workout. You have to do some work. Then only it will be better. Otherwise, what will happen? It completely deposits on your parts. Already I mentioned. As a result, it will lead to some dangerous. Okay. And also the weight also increases. You cannot move fast. That is very, very important. So, okay, go to the next one. See here. Depressants, chemical which lower the activity of central nerve systems. That is called as CNS. Depressants, example alcohol and opiates. These are all the, which one chemicals which is used for the, which one lower the activity of central nervous system. Those who are drinking liquor and some other things, what will happen? It will easily affect the brain system, nerve system. Okay, that is a reason. And then what is meant by hallucinogens? It is also another one. What is meant by hallucinogen? It is also one of the chemical which cause hallucinogens. What is meant by hallucinogens? Here, seeing objects which are not present. The blending images. Okay. And also LSD. Okay, I will tell you what is by LSD. Okay, hallucinations. Hallucination is nothing but when you are seeing the image, what happens? It will not see. Okay. And inflammation. What is my inflammations? Response of body tissues to injury or infection characteristics raised by symptoms like heat, swelling. Okay. As a result, what happened? Increase the capillary permeability. See here, what is my inflammation means? Just imagine, suppose any one of the wound happen. What happen? Around the wound there is a reddish color is there. That is called as inflammation. It gives pain, vasodilations, and also the what happened? It elucidate which one? Liquid part, just like a yellow color fluid. These are all what is that? Inflammation. It's nothing but the pain, just like a body tissues, injury or infection characterized by the symptom like heat or swelling or any other vasodilation, increase the capillary permeability. These are the very, very important things. See that. What is by inbreeding? What is by inbreeding? Inbreeding means within the species or population. So breeding by self-pollination or selfing or between the member of same population or variety or species. That is called as inbreeding. Okay. And what about outbreeding? It's nothing but the different breeders. Crossbreeding. Different. Why we are studying these things, suppose some of the peoples, okay, having the high immunity power. Some of them are, they do not have the immunity powers like that we are studying immunity. So very, very important to survive our lives, survival of lives. It is also one of the survival fittest. Okay. So inbreeding, okay, within the same population or self. Here, the cross between the different. These things we will study the later. Okay, when you are studying the immunity that time. And pisciculture, rearing of fishes or increase the meat yield. This is also asked so many times. Pisciculture, silviculture, arboriculture. Okay, and also apiculture, already studied. What is by apiculture? Anybody else? Apiculture.
Sir, I don't know, sir.
I don't know. What about others? Apiculture, nothing but the, what is that? Rearing of honeybees. Honeybees. Okay. And silviculture. What is the meaning of silviculture? It's nothing but silkworm. Okay, that things you must know. And so many things is also arboriculture, and so many things is we will study that things also. Okay. And swarms, group of bees. Swarms is nothing but a group of bees. Hives is also contain 3 types of bees is there. Okay. And queen, male worker, female also. Okay. And the next one is called as biofertilizers. Why we are studying these things? Biofertilizer, microorganisms, so many microorganisms used as a biofertilizer. Take an examples of bacteria, cyanobacteria, and fungi. Cyanobacteria, take an examples of Nostoc, Anabina, and so on so. Okay, these are all used as a biofertilizer for increasing the enrich the soil or fertility. See, biofertilizer, microorganisms which produce the fertilizers and enrich the soils. Example, bacteria, cyanobacteria, and fungi. My bacteria means you can take an example, Pseudomonas, Azospirillum, nitrogen fixing bacteria, Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacters, and so on so that. Fungi also sometimes act as a biofertilizer, Asalla, and so many things. Okay, these are the very, very important. Here the beneficial effect. Okay. Biogas. This useful and produced by the biochemical treatment of the sewage. Okay. It consists of mixture of methane, H2S, and CO2. This is very, very important for the NEET questions. Biogas is a mixture of which type of gas? What are the gases? See here, methane, H2S, CO2. Note it down. This one is also very well. Biogas, methane, H2S, and CO2. Combination of. And bioactive molecules. What is by bioactive molecules? Molecules produced for commercial use from microbes and used for the various purpose. Such type of molecules is called as bioactive molecules. Example, Trichoderma polysporum fungus. It is used to obtain the immunosuppressive agent cyclosporin. Note it down, 100 and 2000 times is very, very important. Trichoderma polysporum fungus. It is used for the obtain immunosuppressive agent. Note it down. Cyclosporin A. Sometimes they may ask the question: cyclosporin A is also obtained from the one of the fungus is called as Trichoderma polysporum. Okay, the cyclosporin acts as a bioactive molecules. Which type of bioactive molecules? Trichoderma polysporum produce a bioactive molecule. Which one of the following like that? Cyclosporin A. Cyclosporin A. Okay, this is very, very important. And biochemical oxygen demand, BOD, where it occurs already we saw. Where it occurs, total amount of oxygen consumed by the bacteria for oxidation of organic matter present in 1 liter of water. Listen here, the biological oxygen demands when you are going to study sewage treatment, that time we will study that things. Otherwise called as what is by eutrophications. What is by Bengal terror? What is by Bengal terror? Which plant is
So
Bengal.
water hyacinth, sir.
Right. Okay, what happened there, Pa?
So it was a foreign plant that was introduced to India, sir, and
Okay.
it's a weed, sir. It has beautiful leaves and flowers, but it ended up polluting the rivers and taking over the vegetation in the water bodies because of its high oxygen demand, and started killing the fish in these water bodies, sir.
The condition is called as eutrophication,
Due to
isn't it?
yes, sir.
So, okay, very good. 100% correct only. But one thing you should know. So, how it will happen? How it will happen? How it will happen? How the biological BOD is occur?
So decreases for the oxygen levels.
How I am asking? How it will? Oxygen, it is not already the water is there. Water also the oxygen present in it. It is, isn't it? The aquatic plant as well as animal, they dissolved oxygen or utilized by the animals or plant. After one stage, what happened? Completely cover the water bed by which one? The plant, water ions. As a result, the sunlight will not penetrate into the water molecules, so it cannot be able to split. As a result, what happened? The oxygen demand is created. Okay, that is very, very important. Good, all of you, very good. Good going. Okay, see, go to the next one. See that? And another one is called as, what is that? See here, Paxlovirus. Paxlovirus. The pathogen that attack insect and the other arthropods. They are used to kill harmful pest and arthropod. Examples, which one? Nucleopolyhedrovirus. Nucleopolyhedrovirus. This is called as Paxlovirus. Okay, this is also very, very important. Biocontrol agent. What is by biocontrol agents? Bio means plant, or whether it may be animals. We can control by the using of which one? Some of the chemicals. Biocontrol agent. Use of a biochemical method, biological method. Sometimes they were used. Animal is also act as a biocontrol agent. Okay, suppose if you want to kill the if you want to kill the rat, what will you do? In the biological aspect, you have to tell.
So cat.
Yeah, very good. Correct. Likewise, one organism, it kill the another one. Okay. See here, so biocontrol agent is use a biological method for the controlling plant disease and pest. Okay, this is very, very important. Suppose if you want to kill the grasshopper, you have to grow as a we have to grow which one? So many any ideas in this area? Suppose so many grasshopper is there, what will you do for your land? You have conduct thousands, millions of grasshopper. How will you control? It's a biological aspect you have to tell. Just think and then answer. We can?
So baculovirus.
No, I'm asking what is that? It's one of the what is that? This nothing but lactose, isn't lactose, isn't it? So we can grow a duck. What will happen? Duck, hen. Okay. Cock. What will happen? It will be easily completely destroy all the grasshopper. Because take an example of one of the film, I think that is called as what is it? Copon. Okay, the last scene is there. The train fully, what is that? There is a grasshopper completely destroy. How it will be destroyed? With the help of the duck. But there is one bomb blast. Okay, that is not in our answer. See, biocontrol agents here, the duck used for the complete eradication of the grasshopper in the particular land or area. Okay, grasshopper. Okay, and effluents. Listen here, effluents. This is also another technical word used in the human biological welfare. Okay, the product of primary treatment of sewage. During the primary treatment of sewage, which is passed into the large aeration tank for secondary treatment. Effluent is nothing but the, what is that? After the filtration, you will get the effluents. That filtration of effluent, you will get the solid, semi-solid nature. That is called as effluent. Pass on to next one is called as, what is that? Otherwise called as molasses. Okay. Take an examples of the ethyl alcohol production in the sugar industry. What happened, you know, there is a big tank is the sugar solution is also added after the getting the juice, sugar juice. It filled with the entire tank. After the complete elucidation of the liquid part, what will be the bottom, you know, deposited, you know, there is a semi-solid liquid is there. Semi-solid, solid particle, semi-solid means, you know, but just like a, what is that? Jelly-like substance. That is called as effluent. It is treated for the next one. And what is my fermentation? Fermentation is nothing but one of the physiological process which occurs in the commercial purpose or whatever. The process by which microorganisms, organic material such as glucose into produce like a, what is that? Alcohol. So yeah, okay. So alcohol is one of the fermented product, byproduct of the, which one, you know, sugar cane industries. How they will get it? Ethyl alcohol means one of the process already. You know, fermentation is nothing but the sugar molecules introduction of the, which one, you know, yeast. You will get the ethyl alcohol by the process called fermentation. In particular temperature, you will get the alcohol. Otherwise called a spirit. Okay, we are studying. We will study the later, because when you are going to study the industrial aspects, commercial purpose or microorganism used for the industrial purpose, we'll study the things also. Okay, these are the important things. Okay, go to the next one. See here, lymphoid organs. Here, lymphoid organs. Before that, I saw it. What about the fourth one? Is also, I think, reading. Yes, fermenter. Okay. What is my fermenter? Is nothing but the instrument used for the fermentation process in agriculture. In big industries, they were used a large scale, large vessels. It's nothing but the large vessels. Okay, see that a very large vessel used to industries where microbes are grown on an industrial scale. If you want to produce millions of million liters of the ethanol or something else, we cannot use the small one. Okay, you have to use the commercial. For example, lactic acid production also there. Curd preparation, take an Aragya or whatever it may be, Aragya and Avin or whatever it may be. Okay, large scale industries, they were used a very big ferment vessels. That is called a fermenter. Suppose if it is used for the fermentation process, it's nothing but the fermenter. Okay, that's flax. During secondary treatment of effluent, excessive growth of the aerobic bacteria and fungi form a mass of mesh-like structure is called as flax. This is also very, very important. These are all comes under the sewage treatment. That time we will study. Just now, I remind you, these are the important points comes into in your lessons. And fermented beverages. Okay, beverages is nothing but a chemical produced by the process of fermentation. The beverages nothing but the one taken wine, beer, and biscuits. These are all concerned. The eating is known as fermented beverages. Take an example. The lactic acid is also one of the fermented beverages. Curd is also here. Okay, so in commercial purpose they were used. Okay, it's with the long fermented beverages used fermenter with the help of which one, you know, flax. Okay, by the process is called as fermentation. Fermented beverages and microorganisms, fermentation process. Okay, and then we will pass on to the next one is called as immunosuppressive agent. Listen here, immunosuppressive. Suppressive means what is happening, you know, stunted. The chemical substance which suppress the immunity against organ transplant. You have to note it down. This is also very, very important. Already we studied it. Which one, you know? Cyclosporin A, where the one of the fungi, isn't it? See, transplant, organ transplant, suppose when you are changing the heart or lungs or kidney or whatever it may be, that time they may use some substances, okay, that is called as immunosuppressive agent. And insecticides kill the insects. Those who are producing harmful insects, it will be kill the insect. It is also one of the chemical substances. They will kill the pest or insect. Example, benzene hexachloride, 2,4-D, DDT, malathion. These are all are chemical substances used to kill the insects. And then lactic acid bacteria. Lactic acid used for the so many process. It is also one of the bacteria growing in milk and convert into curd. Example, lactobacillus. That means lactose converted into lactic acid with the presence of the lactobacillus by the process called as fermentation. And other things also happen. Where do you know? The lactic acid conversions also takes place in your body. Where? Will you please? Other than stomach. Anybody else? You don't know? What about the respiration process? Already studied. What are the respiration cycles? Respiration pathway already studied. What are the 2, 3? Aerobic, anaerobic. Okay, already studied, isn't it?
Yes,
what are they? Will you please?
so lactic acid will be produced in the skeletal muscle, sir.
Skeletal or skeletal muscle or normal muscles, body cells?
Sir, the body cells, sir. When the
How? Yeah.
sir, when the body is when you're doing some heavy exercise or something, sir,
Okay.
the body, in order to the body can't keep up, it can't produce enough oxygen to keep up with the activity, sir. So instead it produces lactic acid, which gets stored in those muscles, and later the lactic acid will be converted back, sir.
Right, very good. Because it is another pathway of the glycolysis. Once again, I repeat for you: glucose converted to pyruvic acid is one of the process. After the conversion of pyruvic acid, enter the lactic acids also, and then another pathway is also enter into the citric acid cycles. Okay, these are all occur in your each and every body cells. Okay, body cells require energy for the production of ATP. Then only it can survive. Okay, you have to take more lactose. That means, okay, milk. Okay, that is also very, very important one. Go to the next one, mycorrhiza. Note it down, the word mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza is nothing but the symbiotic association of fungi with the root of higher plants. Mycorrhiza. To absorb the water and minerals from the soil. Mycorrhiza is nothing but the minute hair-like structure of the root present in the fungi. Okay, it is associated with the higher plant. Okay, as a result, what happened? Symbiosis means give and take policy. Note it down, give and take policy. Fungi as well as the fungi. Listen here, fungi is a chlorophyll plant or a chlorophyll-less? Dhanalakshmi, Dhanusri, or Prime? Pardon, pa? It is a achlorophyll nature, isn't it? Achlorophyllous.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it depends upon the another one. So it's also one of the parasites. So it is depends upon their which one, higher plants. Because higher plants it contain the chlorophyll molecule, they can synthesize their own food material. That's why they provide the food for which one, fungi. Fungi, what they will do? They can fix the atmospheric nitrogen and provide to the higher plant. These are the symbiosis. There is a mutual understanding between the fungi as well as the higher plant. Okay, go to the next one. Methanogen. Methanogen is the one of the bacteria which grow anaerobically on cellulosic material and produce methane and along with the carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Methogenic bacteria, where did you study? Will you please? Methogenic bacteria present in where? This is also very, very important. Methogenic bacteria. You note it down. Who proposed the 6 kingdom classification? Anybody else? Six kingdom classification was proposed by the name of the scientist. Hoopa, anybody else? No idea, isn't it?
So,
Ah.
sir, I'm not sure, sir, but is it Whitaker, sir?
Or it's Whitaker five kingdom classification. I'm asking six kingdom class. You have to note it down. 2 kingdom, 3 kingdom, 4 kingdom, 5 kingdom, 6 kingdom, and 7 kingdom, and 8 kingdom also. You know, note it down. This is your homework. Tomorrow I will ask you.
Sir,
All this is 8. Yeah, go ahead.
sir, is it Linnaeus, sir?
No,
Sir, then Woos?
Carl Woos is a correct one. Okay, Carl Woos, correct. No doubt at all. Okay. So here there is one of the bacteria is called as archaeobacter. They divide into three domains. Note it down. This is very, very important. Six kingdom classification also done by Carl Woos, 1969, I think. Okay, Carl Woos. Three domains: archaea, eukaryota, and protista, like that. So the archaeobacter, the one of the bacteria is called as, what is that? Marsic habitat. That mythogenic bacteria comes under the heading is a archaeobacteria. That's why I ask here. Archaeobacteria is also one of the bacteria that grow in anaerobically on the celluloid material and produce methogen. Methogen production particularly tell us the cow or duck, or goat or buffalo, whatever it may be. They are all comes under the headings herbivorous, isn't it? Their stomach. Mythogenic bacteria mostly present in the ruminant of the midgut of the cow or buffalo. That is very, very important. 1990, I think 2017, they asked the question. Mythogenic bacteria mostly present in which one of the following animals? Which part? Like that they may ask the questions. I have to tell which one, ruminant of the midgut. Okay, midgut, hindgut, midgut, and also front gut. 3 stomach is there. Take an example of buffalo. Okay, but the midgut contain mythogenic. That's why here they are telling us the celluloid materials. Okay, anaerobically on celluloid materials, because all the herbivores, they eat only grass and vegetables, because they each and every plant cell is made up of cellulose. Okay, just to imagine, this is very, very important. So many times they were asked the question. And first one is primary sludges, the raw form of sewage which comes for the primary treatment. This is the another one. We will study that things also in the. Okay. So again, we will pass on to the first one. Lymphoid organs. Lymphoid organ is also very, very important things in your body. The lymphoid organs, organ of the body where the WBCs are produced. Lymphoid organs mature, store, and works. Example: primary bone marrow and thymus gland, secondary spleen, tonsils, lymph node, and mold lining, etc. These are all called as what is that? Lymphoid organs. Lymphoid organ not only they produce the lymphatic tissues, lymphocytes, and other things. These are the components. Examples. What is the main function? WBC productions, maturation, storage, and box. Which one is called as slaughterhouse of WBC? Which one is called a slaughterhouse of WBC?
Sir, lysosomes?
No, pa. No. Graveyard of. Okay, I will tell you. Graveyard of RBC.
Sir, thymus?
No.
Spleen?
Yeah. So spleen is the graveyard of RBC at the same. Compared to which one? Other part, the blood is also all the microorganisms filtered by the spleen only. Okay, that's why the graveyard of what is one? RBC, like that. Okay, this is very, very important one. And opioids, the drugs like some morphine, cocaine, and heroin, smuck, etc., which bind the opioid receptor in the CNS and the gastrointestinal tract also. These are the two important things. Sometimes the opioid is also one of the, what is that? Drugs. It's also isolate morphine. I will tell you what is the chemical composition, what is the name of the cocaine, heroin. Sometimes they may ask the question, sulf hydroxy, like that it comes. I will tell you. Okay. 3 morpho, like that. I will tell you these things. The morphine, the chemical substances, the chemical name also sometimes they may ask the question. Opioids, chemicals derived from opium. Retrovirus, what is my retrovirus? Retrovirus is nothing but the one of the virus having the RNA. Okay, HIV is also one of the retrovirus. Take an example, COVID. So one of the retroviruses because it's contained a single standard RNA. Already we discussed the single standard RNA, 2 copies with the reverse transcriptase enzymes. Okay, that's why it is called as DNA to RNA. That is called as reverse transcription. Already I told you, isn't it? Just note it down. These are all are very, very important for your examination. But retrovirus, a virus having RNA as a genetic material and forms DNA by reverse transcription with the help of the enzyme reverse transcriptase and then replicate. Example, HIV, human immunovirus. See here, next one, reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase is an enzyme which forms DNA from RNA template into retrovirus. RNA viruses produce which one, DNA. The help of the enzyme reverse transcriptase. Sporocytes, this is very, very important. Note it down. This so many times they were asked the questions. The Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium malaria. These are the 4 types is present in it. How the malaria spread out with the help of the one of the protozoa. This is very, very important. Plasmodium. It's injected into the human blood through the saliva of female. Okay, that is called a sporocytes. This is how it will be entered. That means the Plasmodium. Okay, otherwise the malaria. Okay, the spore is called as which one? Sporocyte. That condition is called a sporocyte stage. This is also very, very important. Note it down. So the next one, sporocytes. The infective stage of protozoa Plasmodium, which is injected to human blood through the saliva of the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles. Why the female is the participate in this area? Will you please? Why it is not male? Is not possible. Only all the diseases. Take an example of all the diseases. Female only possible. Why? Why, my dears? Dhanalakshmi, do you know? Or Galaxy 7 Ajay?
No, sir.
Anybody else?
No, sir.
Because only female, it has a laying ability, egg laying ability, isn't it? That is the reason. Okay, just note it. Simple thing. You can't think that time, examination point of view, because all the males, okay, they will not produce any eggs, isn't it? Only the female only having the ability to produce the eggs. Then only it will be better. Okay, this is very, very important things. Okay. Okay. Just a minute, one minute. Just a minute, Bob. 1 minute, I will come back. Power loss. Okay. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. So the battery sorted that side. Okay, sorry. Okay. The T lymphocyte. Next we will pass on. The next one is called as T lymphocytes. A type of A granular leukocytes. A type of A granular leukocytes, WBC, which are mature in thymus glands. WBC maturation takes place in the thymus gland and take a part in the cell-mediated immunity. T cell is also very, very important for the cell-mediated immunity. Sometimes they may ask the question: cell-mediated immunity, natural killer, acute immunity, nature, and that things is okay, and artificial also. A pyri. So listen here, A pyrite, T lymphocytes. T lymphocytes is nothing but thymus lymphocytes. B lymphocytes is nothing but the bone marrow lymphocytes. Both are already known one. But here also WBC production takes place. Here also WBC is also there. But it is responsible for the cell-mediated immunity. Here the humoral immunity. Okay, humoral immunity. So think about that. These two things. Sometimes they may also T lymphocytes used are mostly involved in the which type of immunity? Cell-mediated immunity, because T lymphocytes is cells. Humoral immunity. This is also a cell, but here the humoral immunity is possible because in our both. It's a bone marrow. Okay, this is the T lymphocyte. Thymus gland. This is marrow, blood cells. Okay. A pyri, and A pyri is a place where behaved or kept in the wooden chamber, artificial, to get honey, and they produce of bees. Just but nothing but a small box for what is a rearing of honey bees. Okay, A pyri. That is also very, very important. Alleles. What is the meaning of alleles? It's nothing but the alternative form of which one you know? Gene is called as alleles. Alternative. It is referred to and one of the alternative form of a gene present the a particular locus in a chromosomal. Okay, that is called as what is the location? It's called as locus. Alleles is nothing but the alternative form of genes. In most organisms, there are two alleles, dominant and recessive. Already you know about. When you are going to study the monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, back cross, or whatever it may, codominant, epistasis, and so and so. That time, what is my allele is responsible for the particular characteristics. The Mendel did how many alleles were selected, you know, how many plants, how many characters were selected by the G.J. Mendel. You know, total 34 character is there for, already did the experiment, but he choose 7 pair of characters only. That means one is height and height. One is height, tall and dwarf. Already studied that things also, isn't it? We'll study the things also once again. Blue revolutions. Blue, listen here. Blue revolution is also there. Gold revolution is also, and brown revolution is also there. White revolution is also there. So many things is there. Increase the production of fisheries based on the scientific management is called as the blue revolution. Blue revolution is nothing but the fisheries. Okay. For what? Increase the production of fishes. Okay, these are all called as blue revolutions. White revolution is nothing but the milk. Gold revolution is nothing but the two things is that. Okay, which one in the petroleum as well as the so many things. And also turmeric is also one of the gold revolutions. Okay, like that. What about callus? Callus already studying when you are going to study cell growth, tissue culture. Unorganized mass of cells produced after the growth or of explant, that is called as callus. Okay, I will tell you what is my callus and how they will be produced. That things also I will show you and later. Just imagine. Callus is nothing but unorganized mass of cells. That is very, very important. The word is very, very important. Unorganized mass of cells produced after the growth of the explant. Okay, emasculation already we studied in flowering plant, reproduction of the flowering plant, emasculation, removal of the anther from the bisexual flowers, which may be considered as a female in a grass. After the removal of the male flower, it is considered as a female flower only. Okay, that is allowed. Exotic breeds, good quality breeds introduced in an okay, or formed and outside countries. Exotic means outside the country, just to note it down. The good quality of breed is introduced in an animal zoo. Okay, so from an outside countries. This is also another. But suppose take an example of white tiger present somewhere else, you know, it can be implemented in where, you know, in our country by the process called as exotic breeds. Okay, and the explant, part of plant excised from its original location and used for tissue culture. Explant means it is used for the production of the new plant. Okay, where in the laboratory condition aspects. It is also another important one. Explant, it's otherwise called as a sample. Okay, or stock, like that we may call it stock. It's better. Okay, see that. Primary treatment, already we saw it, this one is also. Primary treatment steps involve removal of the small and large particle through the filtrations and sedimentations. The supernatant forms the effluent. These are the primary treatment. We are doing this one in where, in the which one, sewage treatment. Organic farming. Organic farming is already what is my organic farming? Without using any chemical substance, we are producing which one, biofertilizers. Technique of farming in which biofertilizers are used to enrich the soil. This is very, very important. We are using so many things is there. Rhizobium, nitrogen bacteria, and nitrogen, potassium, NPK, and fertilizers. These are the things we are using. It is by sewage, the organic waste. This is also very important. See, listen here, my dear students. Why we are studying? These are all the parts comes inside the lesson. Okay, before that, you must note it down all the content also. Why? What is my sewage means? There is nothing but the organic waste matter containing water. It includes the municipal waste and water and large amount of organic matter and microbes which may be pathogens. Sometimes the drinking water also, okay, mixed with the sewage water, what happen? It will produce so many diseases, cholera, dysentery, and so many things is there. And secondary treatment on the primary effluents in a large aeration tank with the help of the aerobic and anaerobic microbes to reduce the BOD. Finally, biogas is isolated and effluent is released into the natural water body. These are the another primary treatment, secondary treatment, tertiary treatment. Then only it will enter into the other purpose, whether it may be a drinking purpose or sometimes it may be used for the agriculture irrigation process. We'll study that things. And then toddy is already but this one is obtained from the palm tree, a traditional alcoholic drink derived from the palm trees by fermentation and used in southern India, in our part only. Tamil we may call as kal. Okay, toddy. Okay, and that is a things. And next, these are the very, very important. What is that? Mnemonics word. PMNL. See here, polymarbonuclear leukocytes. Polymarbonucleoleucocytes. This is called as PMNL. Already it will be AIDS, acute immunodeficiency syndrome. CMI, cell-mediated immunity. Sometimes they may ask the question, CMI. ELISA also, sometimes malt. HLA. ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. You have to tell is that sometimes they may give human immunovirus, human immunodeficiency virus, human immunity deficiency virus. Like that, they may ask the question. You have to correctly pick up the answer. That is very, very important. HLA, human leukocyte antigen. This is very, very important. Malt, mucosal associated lymphoid tissues. This is also already so many times they were asked. Malt, mucosal associated lymphoid tissues. SCID, severe combined immunodeficiency. Okay. And also another one is called as NACO, National AIDS Control Organizations. Okay. MRI scan, already you know very about. Okay. Magnetic resonance images. This is also so many times asked. MRI, malt, HIV, and also AIDS. These are the things already so many times asked. Okay. So this one we will finish it today. Okay. See. LSD, lyseric acid diethylamide. This is one of the chemical substances. See here, B and T, capital B, small t, Bacillus thuringiensis. Note it down. This is very, very important. Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, it is very, very, very important. So many times, put 100 times. Bacillus thuringiensis. ET, embryo transfer. IARI, Indian Agricultural Research Institute. Where it is, pa? Indian Agricultural Research Institute.
So Kolkata?
No.
Lucknow?
No.
Sir, don't know, sir.
Our head, Indian capital.
Delhi, sir.
Yes, yeah. Indian Council of Agriculture is also same. Indian Council of Agriculture is also present in the Delhi. Okay. Indian Rice Research Institute, Dehradun. MOET, multiple ovulation embryo transfer. This is very, very important. Okay. This is also very, very MOET, multiple ovulating embryo transfer. Multiple ovulating embryo transfer. Okay. NDDP, National Dairy Development Board. NDRI, this is also very, very important. National Dairy Research Institute. SCP, this is very, very important. Okay. Single cell protein. Give you an examples of single cell protein. Single cell protein. Give an examples. So many times they were asked the questions. SCP, sometimes they may ask, given examples of SCP, like that they may ask. Which one of the following is a SCP? Which one is add one, like that they may ask the question. Single cell protein. Spirulina, chlorella. Note it down. Spirulina, chlorella. STP, sewage treatment plant. Okay. BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. Sometimes they may ask the biological oxygen demand. Sometimes they may biochemical oxygen demand. DO, dissolved oxygen. KVIC, Khadi and Village Industry Commissions. IBM, Integrated Pest Management. Lab, sometimes they ask the question lab, lactic acid bacteria. Last one is called as TMB, tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, that's all about today classes. Today, what we have discussed, what are the basic term present in your in the lesson. That things also already we discussed. Okay, what is adolescent allergics and analysis, antigen, antibody, antibiotics, and lymphoid organs and reverse transcriptase, and also which one and cirrhosis and also halogenations, inflammations, callus, blue revolutions, T lymphocytes, B lymphocytes, and explant exotic breeders. That things already we discussed. Last we have studied which one these are the mnemonic slides. So this is very, very important. IARI, ICARI, MOET, and also single cell protein, and also LAB and TMV. These are all very, very important. Okay. Thank you, students. Remaining things we will see on the next classes. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pa. Thank you. Bye. Take care.